1 2, 1 2.
I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're here at the nightcap. Gaffney taking on Southside. We're at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic here at the beautiful Dorman Arena. I am Sylvester Williams, and I'm with Brock Hamrick, the play-by-play guy from the Gaffney Indians. We're going to try to keep them neutral as we call this game tonight. Here we go. Jump hook on the inside. They'll get things started quick, fast, and in a hurry. The Indians, Cedarius Bowser, the 6'9 senior with the jump hook.
Yes, Sly, good sign for Gaffney head coach Mark Huff and his Indians. Bowser, whenever he gets working inside, a very difficult man to stop, standing at 6'9", the early signee to Charleston Southern down on the coast. So Cedarius will head down there and play some college ball upon his graduation this coming spring.
All right, here we go. Southside. Southside's wearing all black. They'll have the orange numbers with the white trim and the white tigers on the front. Gaffney, they'll have on black with the, Gaffney will have on white with the black numbers and gold trim. I'm guessing that's a gold for Gaffney trim. I can't tell. We're far up. But here we go. We got to travel. We'll go the other way. Gaffney Indians. Bradley Childers will have it behind the back at the elbow, gives it up. Foster throws it in the corner. Now Childers thought about it. Send it back over. Stan Ellis to Foster in the corner. We're going to say Agarian.
It's a Gappy.
Agapian. We're going to get that name right. I might butcher it once or twice, but hey.
Very interesting matchup tonight, Sly. As I told you before the broadcast, Gaffney head coach Mark Huff, his first head coaching job was at Southside, where he won the 1992 state championship. Then, of course, he went and spent 2 years at Man and then came to Gaffney. But how about Southside? They were the preseason #1 team of the state at the 3A level. So for good reason, Southside, a very talented school, although they only have an enrollment of around 900.
Southside High School. A little bit of inside information. My aunt, Rosa Ferguson, before she passed away, she was the head coach of the girls team at Southside for years. That's my little tidbit for basketball. Here we go. Jumper miss, rebound brought down. Now we're going to go the other way. Gaffney, they'll walk it up court. Stan Ellis, Stan with the back court. Or carry, I'm not quite sure. It was a carry.
Yeah, turnover's been a big problem for Gaffney in the first part of the season before the Christmas break, and a good chance for Southside here to finally get on the board as Gaffney's up 2-0 with 6:14 remaining. What a great day of basketball it's been here at the Farm Bureau Classic, and couldn't find a better game for the nightcap.
Couldn't find a better one. Two evenly matched teams, two teams with big expectations coming into the year. Here we go. Southside, they'll move it around. In the corner, jumper. R.J. Campbell, no good. Rebound brought down. They're going to push it the other way. Ellis gives it up. A lot of fumbling and bumbling. Now they'll get it in the corner. Agapian, he'll give it up. Send it back to him in the corner. He's a shooter. Got to watch out for him. Send it back over to Childers. Childers sends it in there, sidearm down. Childers one more time. Now looks like we'll have a foul on the play.
Yeah, foul going against number 3. It's going to be Tuzan Brock, 5'11" guard for the Tigers, and an inbound here for Gaffney from the baseline.
Now Nick, he'll have it. Nick passes it back out. Now we'll go back even further to Ellis. Ellis will come to the front. Nick has it on the wing, sends it back down low. We'll move it over to Ladarius. Ladarius working in the paint. Childers. Bradley, no good off the back of the rim. Brought down by the Tigers. Now Brock's going to push it up court.
You saw how they double-teamed there whenever Foster went inside, opened the shot for Childers, just could not get it to fall. Something to keep an eye on later in the game for Gaffney.
Working inside to the big man. He faces up, goes across strip. Big man shouldn't put it on the ground that low. Childers, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line, and he'll shoot 2 on that one. Big man move. When he has it that low on the block, no need to dribble. Just going up with it.
Yeah, just turn and try to head to the rack, and Bradley Childers, a very good free throw shooter for Gaffney. He'll step to the line for 2 shots as the Indians are up early. 2-0 with 4:53 remaining here in the first period of play. We're at the Farm Bureau Classic at Dorman High School here inside Dorman Arena, and free throw 1 for Bradley bounced off the front of the rim and is no good. Little different shooting in an arena type of court like Gaffney and Southside are playing on tonight. Gaffney actually, of course, a home and away series last year against Dorman. They split that, and then their season fell to the Cavaliers in the Upper State Championship last year. Gaffney coming off a 21-6 year. Southside coming off a 27-1 year where they won the state championship a year ago. So a lot of expectation here as the ball goes out of bounds and will result in an unforced turnover, something that can really come back to bite you late in the games. Sly.
You know, one thing about this Gaffney Arena, not Gaffney, I'm sorry, this Dorman Arena, we've been coming here for about the past 5 or 6 years calling this game one of the best venues in high school basketball, I want to say in America. Throws it off them and it'll go out of bounds. We've been a lot of places at SUV-TV. SUV-TV, we cover some of the best high school sports in the nation, some of the best high school basketball in the nation. But it's nothing like coming here to Dorman to seeing this wonderful four-sided HD scoreboard. You're in the bowl arena. I love coming down here. Here we go. Southside will have it. Off of the turnover. Now Southside wants to work it. Southside, they'll move the ball around, wants to set the offense up. Gaffney's playing man-to-man defense, working on the inside. We'll get a foul and go to the line. R.J. Campbell. R.J. Campbell has been recruited by UNC Greensboro. I talked to Coach Steve Beasley before the game. I was asking him who's recruiting who, what players are getting looked at, and he said UNC Greensboro was recruiting R.J. Campbell, but he said Campbell's got to work hard if he wants to go to Greensboro.
Free throw one up for Campbell. It's up no good. Foul called earlier on Stan Ellis. That's going to be his first. So another shot coming here for Campbell. He's a 6'8" big man for Southside. He's a junior, so still another year to progress in high school basketball as the second one falls awry, and Bowser comes down with a rebound for Gaffney.
Here we go. Man-to-man defense from Southside. They're going to play this thing straight up. Both teams playing man-to-man, in-your-face defense. Let's see if they can keep it going all night long. Not a fan of the zone, but here we go. Childers going to the lane. Childers lays it up with the right hand. It's in. Good off the glass.
Very good drive, penetrating is Bradley Childers. He shows you he can shoot the ball, but can also take it to the rack. A very hard matchup for anyone here as Stan Ellis knocks it out of bounds. Trying to go on that fast break, but ball got away from him, and Southside will retain possession.
Stan Ellis closing on the ball, showing that cornerback speed over there.
Yeah, great corner is Ellis, and just a sophomore, played JV quarterback his 9th grade year, so just an all-around athlete is Ellis and brings a lot to the hardwood.
Calhoun setting it up. He'll pass it off. Now they'll work it there at the free throw line. Give it to Brock. Brock trying to feed down low to Campbell. Back out to Brock. Wanting to play a two-man game. There it is. Bam. Nope. Comes up short. Doesn't touch anything. Now Gaffney's off and running down the court. They'll send it over to Childers. Childers going to the lane. He goes to the lane hard. Scoop shot. Lay it in for two. Wow. Scoop and score. Bradley Childers.
Southside, a very slow start on offense, making a lot of just not good jump shots and not able to find an open shot. They're still scoreless. Here's we've already played through 5 minutes of action here in the nightcap at the Farm Bureau Classic.
Throws up a wild shot, doesn't go. Rebound, fight for it. He'll get it, put it back up. Big man, he'll go to the line. And Jamal Burke, the 6'10" senior, he'll shoot two.
Yeah, Burke been working against Sedarius Bowser, and a good battle inside. The 6'10" Burke against the 6'9" Sedarius Bowser. So been a good matchup inside, and will continue to be as a check-in at the scorer's table for Gaffney. It'll be a guard/postman, can play either. It's Nyan Peeler. But first, the free throws coming here for Burke. The first is up and good. Very rarely do you see a good free throw shooter in a postman, but he knocked down the first, did Burke, and he'll have another.
Knocked down the first one, and he'll open up the game for Southside.
Finally break the ice.
First score now. Southside fans can sit down. He hit the first point of the game. Doesn't hit the second one. Score 7-1, 2 minutes, 40-something seconds to go in the first quarter. Childers from the outside, no good. They're going to push it up court. Brock will hand it off to Burke. Now we'll send it back to Brock. Brock trying to find his way in the lane. Brock goes off the glass, no good. Rebound brought down, going the other way, Ellis sends it over to Nick. Nick tries to feed it on the baseline, does. Oh, get that mess out of here. Block shot, going the other way. Southside wants to run. Southside's out. Brock going to the hole. He stopped. He traveled. Won't get that one.
Unforced errors early for Southside, and Gaffney up by 6, 7-1. And really, there's a mismatch inside. You've got R.J. Campbell on the offensive side of the ball for Southside. He's working against Nyan Peeler, so let's see if Southside can take advantage of it. Shots up, no good. Burke boards the miss and puts it back up for Southside. So their first bucket of the night tonight, Sly, and they've pulled within 4 of the Indians.
When you have a 6'10" guy out there, you got to let him get the offensive boards. That's always a great bonus to have a big man on him. All right, Childers will have it on the wing. Now we'll swing it back. Holding. They'll move it all around the perimeter. Passing and cutting, passing and cutting. Long 3-ball. Bottom of the net. Nick Agapian. I'm going to get that name for it's over. Agapian. Nick Agapian.
You saw there on the end for Gaffney skipping the lane with that pass was Bradley Childers. Give him the assist, and just good teamwork and good ball movement by Gaffney.
Puts it up on the outside. 3-ball, Jalen Calhoun.
Good answer by Southside, and a foul going here. I believe it's going to be against the Tigers, and it'll be number 12. That's Jalen Calhoun, the 5'11 guard. Check-ins coming for Gaffney, Buddy Smith, and Ladarius Foster. For Southside, it'll be Tobias Canada. It'll be Gaffney basketball inbounding underneath the Southside basket.
Calhoun picked up that foul. Calhoun's a football player, so he's a tough guy.
See Southside here going to a little bit of a 3-quarter court press against Gaffney. Got to use the pass to break it, and they'll do so.
Got a pushing foul. They're going to call a foul. Agapian, he'll go and take it out of bounds. No, he won't take it out of bounds. Somebody else will take it out of bounds for Gaffney.
Foul going against Tobias Canada. Just checked into the game for the Tigers and already picked up his first foul as Gaffney's up 10-6 with just 51 ticks on the clock left in the first period.
Stan Ellis, 10th grader. A lot of responsibility for the young man. He's been bringing the ball up a lot, handling in the open court. Free throw line jumper hits the front of the rim, no good. Foul on the play. Looks like they're going to get Nick Agapian.
Yeah, a little reach in there from Nick. Southside probably going to hold for the final shot here as they've been really closer than the game's indicated here in the first period. Able to score a couple baskets late. See if they can hang on. Score here, maybe be down either 1 or 2 going to the second period. I'm sure they'd need.
Nice no-look pass in the two-hand flush.
Got to watch Burke there flirting on that baseline. He made Gaffney pay there.
Just under 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. Southside giving a little bit of pressure. Going to the hole. Nice big man way to get his hands up and alter the shot. Doesn't need to block all of them, just sometimes you need to alter. 5 seconds to go, 4 seconds. Sends it back over to the top. 3-ball at the buzzer, no good. And here we are at the end of the first quarter. The score, 10-8. 10-8, Gaffney on top of Southside. We're at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic here in the Dorman Arena.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
All right, we're back live. Start of the second quarter. Gaffney on top of Southside. 10-8, 2-point lead. Southside in all black. Gaffney in all white. In the corner. Southside will have it. Now they'll move it around. Jaden Shell will have it. Shell pops from the elbow. No good. Rebound brought down by Rook Tate in the full court. Childers, ooh, couldn't get the lay in. Needed that one.
Would have been nice there for a chance to go for the old-fashioned three-point play, but Bradley will still have 2 shots here at the charity stripe.
He'll have a chance to put 2 on the books. Got to get that layup right there.
Good job, though, by Bradley running the floor for Gaffney. Had a couple steps on the Tigers' closest player, but just couldn't finish there at the rack.
I know what happened to Bradley. Bradley wanted that close-up on the free throw. He wanted that camera time. So he could get more camera time, and he'll knock down the 2 free throws. Coming into the game, Nehemiah Jackson, 6'3" senior for Southside. He'll get him a little bit of playing time. Tobias Canada bringing the ball up court. Canada sends it over to Brock. Brock working off the pick from Campbell. Nice pick and roll. Campbell, make it count.
Textbook pick and roll. It was a help and recover situation for Ladarius Foster. He helped but didn't recover and led to the Southside basket.
Dribble straight into the trap. That's a double dribble. Double dribble turnover. We will go the other way.
If you're on offense in that situation, you can't dribble into that trap. Really can't dribble at all. You just try to break that press with a pass, and there Buddy Smith dribbled into a trap and just couldn't get out of it.
Canada sends it over to Brock. Looking to set up the pick and roll one more time. This time he missed the roll. It was there. He'll keep it because he can shoot it. Knocks down the jumper at the free throw line. Tie ball game.
Good start here in the second quarter by Southside. We're all knotted up at 12.
Fancy dribbling. Throws it up off the glass. Out of control. Jackson pushing it up. He'll hand it off to Brock. Brock feeling the pressure. Trying to get across the timeline. Brock behind the back. And they're going to call a foul.
It's going on Rook Tate.
Rook Tate.
Tate, another corner on that Gaffney football team, so a very good athlete is Tate. He's just a junior. You'll see 2 check-ins coming back for Gaffney, and they've got their starting lineup back in the ball game.
Referees having a discussion. Trying to figure things out. Okay, now we're ready to play. Referee wanted a little camera time. Here we go. We're working off of that pick. Nice crossover in the lane. Floater. Rebound brought down. Strong rebound. They're going to call offensive foul. He threw that elbow.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there from Cedarius Bowser. Trying to rip down that rebound and threw that elbow a little too vigorously, and it results in another unforced turnover for Gaffney as we're all knotted up where every possession matters here in the second quarter.
Southside will have it now. They want to set up their offense in the front court. Working on the pick and roll from the other side. Kicks it back out to Brock. Now back down low to Campbell. Campbell spin, kicks it back out to Brock. Brock pull up jumper. Brock bottom of the net.
Southside really coming out hot here in the second quarter, and it's got a 2-point advantage now with inside 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Ellis finally back running the point for Gaffney, the starting ball handler for the Indians.
On the inside, flush, 2 hands, throw it down for the future Charleston Southern player.
Little zone there, and you attack it at the free throw line to Foster. He feeds it low block to Bowser, and he can't help but find the basket standing at 6'9".
Yes, sir. It helps to be tall. Southside working that pick and roll. Free throw line jumper, no good. Looking for the foul. He won't get it. They'll get the ball back. Oh, nice pass fake on the inside. Lay in. Beautiful pass fake. Lay in for the score. Give it up for R.J. Campbell. Southside applying a little bit of pressure. Childers will have it now. Sends it back over to the top. 3 ball out of the corner. It'll roll off of every piece of the rim and not roll in. Rebound fought hard for Ladarius Foster.
Foster, someone that does not give up inside, and I told you before the tip of the game that he's a hard man to stop, and there you see it, fighting for the rebound and going straight back to the basket. Now we see Gaffney going to this, what Coach Huff calls the triangle zone, a little 2-3, and they're going to pull up a 3-pointer. It's no good.
No good. Foster with the hard rebound. Smacking the ball. If he does that 3 more times, the ball may be flat. Foster with the backdoor pass down low to Nick. Nick, he's fouled. Agapion, he'll go to the line and he'll shoot 2.
Good baseline cut there by Nick. He was wide open. Foster gave it to him with a chance to go to the rack. If you don't score the basket, you want to draw the foul. Exactly what Agapion did there, and he'll be at the free throw line for 2 shots as we're all knotted up at 16. First free throw for Nick. It's up and good. He'll have another.
Nice stroke as he knocks down that free throw. 4 minutes, just over 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the half. Nick Agapion is on the line. Knocks down the second free throw. Now we got a 2-point ball game. Gaffney on top of Southside. The Indians beating the Tigers. Moving it around the Southside. Jumper 1 foot inside the free throw, inside the 3-point line. Brock showing the mid-range game. Hand in the passing lane. Brock showing the defensive game. Childers gets it back. He's fouled. Brock showing a pretty nice game. Being a good floor general out here for the Southside Tigers.
Should be a 1-and-1 chance here for Bradley, and the officials will look at the nice scoreboard here that hangs over the hardwood, and it'll be a 1-and-1 situation for Bradley. Childers as we're all knotted up at 18 with 3:52 remaining in the second period. Free throw 1 for Bradley's up and good.
How many high schools have a 4-sided HD scoreboard?
I'll tell you, nowhere I've been in the state of South Carolina has one, and definitely the nicest, I'd say, arena, even comparing to Colonial Life, although Colonial Life a little larger, but this almost a miniature version of Colonial Life, Little John Coliseum. I was at Colonial Life Arena yesterday where the Limestone Saints took on South Carolina Gamecocks. There's a lot of basketball over this Christmas holiday, including here at the Farm Bureau Classic.
Here we go. In the lane. No good. Comes up short. Foster will get it. Now they'll push it up court. Sends. Childers will have it. He'll send it back to Ellis. Ellis with the quick pass to Nick. Stan has it. Stan's at half court. Standing in the center of that D. Get it down to Foster. Foster back out to Ellis. Quick pass to Nick. Nick, 3-ball. The bank is open.
Off the window for Agapion, and he's 2 of 3 from downtown tonight. Gaffney that pushes the lead back up to 4.
He'll look to the sideline and say, I called it.
He called that one. He called it.
Brock stepping into the jumper. Brock no good. Rebound. Fought for a tapped out of bounds. It'll be Southside ball.
Brock's really comfortable pulling up those 15, 16-foot jumpers and has knocked down those quite often so far tonight. Very good shooter and floor general for this Southside Tiger team.
They'll move it over. Send it around now, work down to Campbell. Campbell ran out of room, sends it back over to Brock. Brock goes in the lane. Brock throws it up. No good. Nick will gather in the rebound now. Ellis will have it now. Ellis pushes it up court. Ellis goes to Foster. Tip, played volleyball with. Ooh, just got it away just before the travel. Throws it over in the corner. Southside will have it now. They'll slow things down. Brock will work off of that pick. Brock sends it over in the corner. Sends it back. One more time. Feed it back to him. 3-ball on the wing. Splash. Jaden Shell, the senior, knocks down the 3.
Southside back within 1. See if Gaffney has an answer. Earlier, Ellis just trying to push the tempo too quickly.
The foul, he'll go to the line and he'll shoot 2. Shadarius Bowser wanted that one. He sat up on the block and was demanding the ball.
Got fouled by Burke from behind. Be 2 shots coming here for the 6'9" Bowser.
You know, I love to see my big guy demand for the ball. Needs to bend those knees a little bit more.
Yep.
Get some more lift on that free throw.
It's hard when you're 6'9" to put an arc on a shot that's just 15 feet because you're almost level with a rim. But he's got to get and arc on that basketball if he wants the second free throw to fall, and it will.
There you go. He heard you talking. Knocked down the free throw.
That's where ball games can be won and lost. Gaffney went 7 of 17 from the charity stripe and a loss to Greer, the CTSX Christmas Classic in their last action before the Christmas holiday.
Long 3-ball splash. Counted Tobias Canada. Oh, Canada. Knocking down the 3-ball.
Skipped the lane, and the zone couldn't get there quick enough.
Home games, they got to play old Canada every time he hits a 3. Nick going baseline with the floater, no good. Fought hard. Foster with the rebound. Foster puts it back up. Man strength. Foster.
Call him the janitor. He's cleaning it all up and putting it back in for Gaffney. That's his second offensive rebound that turned into a basket tonight.
Jumper steps in, no good. It'll stay down here. It'll be Southside ball. Lemon will have it. Now Lemon back to Brock. Over in the corner. 3-ball. Count it. Jaden Shell knocks down another 3. 27-25. Southside on top of Gaffney.
Gaffney trying to work some offense here. Free throw line and Foster.
Agapion, he'll pass it back out to Childers. Bradley will dribble at the top of the key. Bradley behind his back, lost it, he'll get it back. Bradley steps into it, bam, no good. Doesn't get anything. 2.5 seconds to go in the half. Quick throw in, 3, 2, 1 at the half. Oh!
Nearly fell.
Almost got it to fall. Here we are at the half. The score, 27-25. Southside on top of Gaffney. We're here at the nightcap of the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. I'm Sylvester Williams. He's Brock Hamrick. Brock, before we go to a commercial, what's going on in the first half? It's a 2-point ball game when you're going to the halftime. You're going to halftime. If you're Coach Huff for Gaffney, what do you tell your team at the half?
Well, Coach Huff is going to talk about turnover, several unforced there. Stanellis trying to push the tempo too quickly to let Arias Foster. And then on the other end, on the defensive end, you've got to guard those shooters, including Toussaint Brock. A very good shooter is he. We saw 2 threes knocked down by Jaden Shell. So you've got to guard those shooters, probably see Gaffney move away from the zone and start running a full court press in the second half and see if they can wear Southside out and take away those open jumpers.
Now throw that hat off and put your Southside hat on. If you're Coach Beasley, what do you tell your Tigers when you're in there at half?
I think they like the zone. You try to take away Bradley Childers' ability to drive to the basket, make him shoot the basketball, try to force him some uncomfortable shots, and make sure you take off the offensive rebounds. Do not allow Ladarius Foster to crash those boards for Gaffney. And if you're Southside and the Tigers, you do that, you're going to win the ballgame.
Sounds like a plan. Score 27-25. He's Brock Hamrick. I'm Sylvester Williams. I'm Slider Sports Guy. You can tweet me at Slider Sports Guy. Brock, where can they tweet you at?
They can tweet me on Twitter at Brock_Hamrick.
Brock_Hamrick. Or you can tweet all of us at SUVTV. Tweet us. Let us know how we're doing. It's the halftime. The score, 27-25. 27-25 Southside on top of Gaffney. We'll see you back in about 8 minutes.
Okay, Brett, with Farm Bureau, you're getting local agents, great auto rates, and fast, friendly claims.
You guys cover all kinds of stuff, right?
Sure do.
Tractors?
Yep.
RVs, SUVs, ATVs, boats, the gunslinger?
Absolutely. Wait, what is the gunslinger?
Want to ride?
Yes.
favorites.com from Farm Bureau.
All right, we're back here live at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. I'm Sylvester Williams. He's Brock Hamrick. We're getting ready for second half action, and right now, Southside's on top. 27-25. Nick coming off the screens, top of the key, no good. Rebound fought for. Southside to get it, no. Southside to turn it back over. They'll send it back to Stan Ellis. Stan will set the offense up. He's dribbling hard at half court.
See Bowser, the big man, working on the outside, maybe trying to go one-on-one inside to Foster, and finally they'll feed it to him. Nothing working there.
Ellis sends it back over to Nick. Now we'll have Stan. Stan will come to the top and set his offense up. Sends it back over to Nick, trying to feed the big man down low. He's eating. Oh, stripped away. Brock. Childers will dribble it out of bounds, and we'll go the other way.
Yeah, Bradley trying to chase down that loose ball and runs into the Gaffney bench. And Southside will get it back with the lead by 2 as we're here in the early goings of the second half.
Jalen Calhoun, he'll bring it up, and now he'll hand it over to Brock. Brock splits the double team. He'll pick up a foul. Brock won't go to the line. They'll take it out on the baseline. Jaden Shell will take it out. Shell gets it up top to Campbell. Now Campbell to Brock. Brock throws it back over to Calhoun. Calhoun to Brock. Brock over to Calhoun. Calhoun. Brock comes off a pick on the backside, hits the corner of the rim. Jaden will get it, and Jaden will pull it back out.
Good position there by Jaden for Southside as the 3 is drilled here by Jalen Calhoun, and Southside increases their lead to 5. But you saw that good work there on the other end for Southside to open up, make that open shot. Gaffney's got to answer here back on the other end of the floor as they're down by 5.
Second chance basket, second chance points. Childers will have it. Now he'll pull it back, send it over to Ellis. Ellis sends it to Nick. Nick going through the lane. He'll stop, float it up, no good, gets his own rebound. And it'll be a foul. Foul on Brock. Second chance points will kill you every time.
They will, and back on the other end, that was Shell inside. Done a good job boxing Nick Agapian out. Come up with a board and went the other way with it.
Rebound brought down by Burke. Calhoun will send it over. Get it down to Campbell. Campbell almost lost it, but he'll stay with it. Campbell with the short hook. R.J. Campbell give him 2 points. The leading scorer for both teams at the half was Bradley Childers. He had 10 points. Childers blocked, get it back. Burke sticks that long arm of the law out there and throws it away.
Gaffney struggling offensively, and there Bradley Childers was trying to take over on that offense and just trying to take it to the rack, but good defense there by Southside, and Gaffney will have to inbound to hear from the sideline as Foster will do so.
The count is on. Ellis working off the pick. Now Bradley pull up at the free throw line at the elbow, no good. Foster with the rebound. Foster's a big man down there working on the block.
Foster will make his first trip to the line tonight. He'll have 2 shots.
They got Foster listed as 6'3", don't have the weights down there, but he's every bit of 250, 240.
Foster had 4 points there in the first half, both of those coming off of offensive rebounds, and free throw one for Ladarius is up no good, but he'll have another.
Foster had 7 rebounds in the first half, and 3 of them was offensive. He hits the second free throw.
So Gaffney finally breaks the ice here in the second half as they trail by 6 to Southside with 5 minutes to go here in the third period.
Crowd kind of dying out. A lot of steps Brock took on that one. But he'll be fouled. He'll go to the line.
Foul will go against Bowser. It'll be his second. Take a look here at the stat sheet from the first half. One thing I noticed is you've got 5 guys for Gaffney with all 15 minutes of playing time in the first half. As free throw 1 for Brock is up and good. You take a look here, Sly, you got 5 guys for Gaffney with 15 minutes. The other 2 have 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. And then Southside, they've got 2 guys with over 7 minutes of first half play. So Gaffney really only playing 5 guys so far tonight.
That's all it takes. 5 guys.
That's all it takes, but if Southside's able to, if this game's close late, maybe Gaffney, a big factor will be fatigue for the Indians. We've really just seen the starting 5 on the floor so far tonight.
In and out of the hands, straight through the hands. Hit him in the worst spot possible. Hit him in his hands.
The first half, Gaffney had 6 turnovers to Southside's 4. We've seen several more here in the second half. Got to cut that out for Gaffney and really giving Southside some extra possessions. Another pull-up jumper from Brock. Just no good, but an offensive rebound for Southside again.
And Southside has been getting all of the second chance points, attempts at second chance baskets. Brock directing the traffic. They want to feed down low to Burke. Burke wants it. Jaden, no good. Another rebound from Southside. Give him 2 points. To Zion. Brock.
Yeah, Brock's got a chance here to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play, and you never want to allow a guard, especially one that stands at 5'11", to fight inside. Not really fight at all, just get to the basket and come up with an offensive rebound. Someone did not pick up their man to box out, and it led to 2 Southside points. A chance for the third as the guard is at the free throw line. His first and only free throws up, no good.
10-point ball game. Southside on top of Gaffney. And we got a timeout. We got a timeout. Coach Markoff, he wants to talk about this. He wants to figure out where is he at, and see what's going on with his Gaffney Indians team. We're at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. I'm Sylvester Williams. He's Brock Hambrick. We're going to take a quick 20-second, 30-second timeout, and we'll see you back.
All right, Brett. Now, if you want to get people pumped about insurance, you gotta smile. All right? Okay. Give it a try.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com.
And smile.
I am smiling.
A grin? Like a happy face.
This?
Yes, but like complete opposite of all of that.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
We'll have a foul on the play. Childers trying to go to the line, and he got fouled. Trying to go to the hole, and he got fouled. See if they call it on the floor or they call it shooting.
Foul will go against Jalen Calhoun. I believe that's his 3rd foul, and Bradley Childers will head to the free throw line for Gaffney. In the first half, he was 4 of 6 there from the charity stripe, and free throw 1's up and good. One more coming for Bradley as that one bounds off the front of the rim, and Campbell comes up with a rebound for Southside.
Love to see Campbell's rebound stats at the end of the night. They only have him listed down for 3 in the first half, but it feels like he's been on the boards a lot harder than that. Brock going to the lane. Brock has been a field general tonight. Brock has led this team.
Driving 1-on-4, and Brock got it to fall there in the heart of the lane, and the Gaffney defense can't find a way to stop him as Buddy Smith checked into the game, and so has Nyan Peeler for the Indians.
Oh, nice block on the backside by Campbell. And then in the open court, Brock up and underneath. Brock with the lay-in. Give him 2 points.
A great point guard is Brock. He saw the shot go up. It's not his really responsibility to come up with that defensive rebound. He took off flying down the floor. Before anyone could pick him up, he had 5 or 6 steps on the closest Indian, got underneath the basket, made the pause, and laid it in. The senior guard, Tazan Brock, is showing his experience here tonight. They're up on Gaffney by 13, 40-27, with a little over 2 minutes left here in the third period. A shot by Ellis is up no good.
Referees are going to let them play. Hesitation goes to get that mess out of here. The block shot, Cedarius Bowser.
He swatted that one to the Bojangles here in Roebuck, South Carolina. That was Brock working against Bowser. That was a 5'11 versus 6'9, so a 10-inch differential between the two, and Bowser used his height to his advantage there.
The floater on the inside, no good. Rebound brought down, put back up. Bowser with another block. So Darius Bowser getting those big paws in the way. And the foul, lay in. Good, go to the line and shoot your free throw and see if you can make 3 the hard way.
Nyan Peeler there for Gaffney, coming off the bench. That's Gaffney's first bench points of the night. Southside had 5 in the first half, and finally someone off the Gaffney bench is on the board, and he'll have another free throw, a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play for Nyan, and it's up and good. Check-in coming here for Southside. The 6'10 Jamal Burke will check back in. We'll get to see this good matchup again, Sly, between Bowser and Burke.
You know, that's interesting right there. Southside has a great problem to live with. You take a 6'8 guy off the court and put a 6'10 guy on. Poked away from behind, and now they're running the other way. Bowser will pick it up. He'll send it over to Ellis. Ellis calls for the pick. He'll work off the solid screen. Ellis going to the line. Charge! Going the other way. Brock doing it all on both ends of the court. He's scoring, he's passing, he's in the passing lanes, and now he's stepping up and taking charges. Brock all over the court.
Gaffney now going to this full court press, see if they can create some turnovers from it. It's one thing that's really been the bread and butter for Gaffney head coach Mark Huff in his illustrious career.
The nice shovel pass to Jaden, and he lays it in for 2. Jaden Shell. They'll move it around the perimeter, gets it down low, spins to the baseline, spin the wrong way. Free throw line, got to look for your shot, young man. Throws it up wild and out of control. Rebound brought down by Burke.
Southside pushing the tempo quickly ahead to Calhoun. Now back to Brock, driving to the lane, shot no good. Second chance points opportunities.
Jaden with the follow, second chance point opportunity. You called it. Right there, second chance, following up the shot. Give him 2 points and a chance at 3 the hard way. Jaden Shell.
Yeah, Jaden Shell listed at 6'3" here on the roster, but really he's pretty much a 6'3" guard. Very good ball handler and very good inside. Come up with several offensive rebounds tonight for Southside. We just saw it there. Free throw coming here for Shell.
Back of the rim. Burke with the rebound. Second chance.
Big mismatch. Burke against Nyan Peeler.
They'll throw it in and they'll save it. Get it back to your leader, Brock. Brock pull up at the free throw line. Brock,
wow.
He's feeling it. Brock is feeling it right now. He is feeling it.
It's going to be easy night for Steve Beasley. He's got one game plan. Give it to Brock and let him go.
Oh, blocking call. Did not get his feet set in time. They're going to call block. I got a problem with a big man taking a charge anyway.
Kingston Johnson checking in for Gaffney, his first action of the night. Checking in for Southside will be Taman Lemon. Checking out will be Burke as he just picked up that foul. Foster double teamed inside, powers up and draws the foul. That's a tough situation to be in. You pick up your dribble, you turn around, you got 2 defenders on you. You got pretty much one option. That's trying to power to the basket. Exactly what Foster did there, and he'll earn 2 here at the line.
One thing about Foster, though, Foster is a big boy down there in the paint. Him powering to the lane isn't too hard.
No.
At the free throw line, see if he can knock it down. The first one is pure. Knocks down the first free throw with ease. Second one shows the first one wasn't luck. Knocks that one down too. Now it'll be a full court man from Gaffney. They're trapping him on the inbounds. And the trap works still. Off the hands, and it'll be Gaffney ball.
Be a baseline inbound for Gaffney. See what Coach F draws up here. We'll need to go to Bradley Childers, but he'll have to meet Rook Tate to get the basketball.
He'll go to the line. Childers will shoot 2. Trying to take the game to Southside now, trying to take it to him.
First free throw for Bradley is up and good. He'll have another here at the free throw line as Gaffney is down by 13 with 25.8 seconds remaining here in the third period of play. And game 8, the nightcap here of the Farm Bureau Classic. And second free throw, just like the first, is up and good for Bradley. Gaffney still trapping.
Brock bakes the trap. No, he turns it over. Now they'll get it right back. Canada. Now Brock. Oh, he threw it too long. Jaden Sell bouncing on his toes saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. But here's the problem, son. When they're trapping like that, you have to come to the ball. You got to come and help your teammates out. A lot of that stuff they pick up with more basketball being played. Some of the stuff you just learn as you go along.
See if Gaffney can get this lead down to 10 and make it manageable in the fourth quarter.
On the inside. The layup, good. Here it is. We're at the end of the third quarter. The score, 46-36. 46-36. Southside on top of Gaffney here at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic.
All right, Brett. Now, if you want to get people pumped about insurance, you gotta smile. All right? Okay. Give it a try.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com.
And smile.
I am smiling.
A grin? Like a happy face.
This?
Yes, but like complete opposite of all of that.
Get great auto rates and local agents at favrates.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
All right, here we go. Fourth period. Southside on top of Gaffney by 10, 46-36.
Southside there in the third period outscored Gaffney by 8 points. He's got them here at this 10-point advantage here with 8 minutes to play, and Southside probably trying to drain some time off the clock. Smart to do so when you got a 10-point lead.
Here we go, Southside try to run their offense. They'll send it around. Now Jayden will have it. Jayden sends it over in the corner. Jackson working around. Nehemiah Jackson. Tried to get it to the inside. There'll be a foul. Tried to get it down to Campbell. Holding call. Gonna call that one on Ladarius Foster.
Foster's second foul, and Bowser will check back in for the Indians, and Johnson will head back to the bench.
Setting picks, trying to free some people up. They'll send it to the outside. There he goes. Catches it on the wing. Now we'll get it back up top to Brock. Brock setting up his offense. Now the closely guarded count is on. Brock working off the pick. Brock going to the hole. Brock high off the glass. The little man layup using the high glass. Going to the hole doesn't work for him. Now Brock will have it. Brock, will he slow up? No, he'll pull up, shoot the jumper. Nick, he gets it. Nick, he'll dribble around, throws it back out. Now Tate. Tate will push it up. Carry. They're going to call carry every time he does that. Cannot turn that ball over. Cannot put your hand underneath the ball.
One-on-one situation here almost, but the ball was loose and Foster came up with it. Bounced all a one-on-one with Burke and Bowser.
And Bowser's hurt. Childers is hurt. Childers is down, grabbing his knee. And I think that one looks serious right there. He grabbed his knee.
Not a good sign for Bradley Childers, someone that was held out his sophomore year due to a broken leg. Sure hope everything's all right for Bradley, the leading scorer for this Gaffney team, and really the whole offense is facilitated through Bradley. Still down on the hardwood as Gaffney head coach Mark Huff is standing over him.
What we're going to do here, we're going to take a quick commercial break right here while Bradley's down. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll see you back here at the SUV TV Farm Bureau Insurance Classic.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great home and auto rates and local agents at favorites.com from Farm Bureau Insurance.
All right, we're back here live at Farm Bureau Insurance. Not quite sure what happened to Bradley, but he's up and he's over on the bench. He's rubbing on his legs now. So we'll send someone down there to check on him and see what happened to young Mr. Childers. Here we go. Gaffney will have it. Now they'll move it around, working hard on the inside. Darius Foster will go to the line and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, the question now for Gaffney is who do you turn to? Bradley Childers, your leading scorer. So someone else has got to step up and take over that role for Gaffney. Foster at the free throw line. Maybe you try to get that inside game working some slide, but then again, you're down by 14. Some three-pointers would be nice, but you can't miss your free throws if you want to come back, because that first is up no good, and Buddy Smith will check back in for the try.
Free throws are so important, and one of the reasons free throws are so important because you have a chance to score with the clock stopped.
That's right.
So you don't have to worry about time losing off the clock while you're trying to score. Gotta hit your free throws. Full court pressure applied. Now Southside will break it. They'll get across the timeline. Being guarded real tightly. Calhoun being guarded by Buddy Smith. Sends it back inside to Campbell. Great pass and cut. Campbell cut to the hole and he kept it up high and laid it up. Beautiful play. Ellis kicks it over. Jumper, no good. Back of the rim.
Got to fight inside there if you're Bowser. If you're 6'9", you shouldn't be pulling up 16-foot jump shots. Don't settle for bad shots.
Calhoun will have it. Calhoun waved off the pick from Campbell. Sends it in the corner. Jaden didn't want it. Now Brock will have it. Brock. Whistle on the play. He was fouled out on the perimeter.
Check in coming for Southside. It'll be Tobias Canada.
And it looks like that ankle for Bradley Childers over there. They're wrapping it up in ice. Wrapping it up in ice to kind of keep that swelling down.
Bradley Childers coming from a long string of athletes as his dad, Tim Childers, on the 1981 National Championship team for the Clemson Tigers.
Oh.
So ties to the Tigers for Bradley Childers and his family, as the second free throw for Brock is up and good. So 2 knockdown free throws, and Southside up by 17 with 5:10 remaining here in the final period of play.
You know, we don't really speak well of those Clemson Tigers, you know, being a South Carolina alumni. Played ball at Eastern Kentucky, but I came home, finished up my degree at the University of South Carolina.
Spurs up.
We don't like to talk well about those
No, we don't.
those country cousins up there in the upstate.
But a lot of talent churning out of Clemson University, can't lie.
I'm telling you. Oh, my goodness. And you know what? I do put it to the side. I'll put it to the side for the next 2 weeks.
Better man than I am.
I'll put it to the side for the next 2 because I can't root for Georgia. You know, I can't. I just that's in my book. That's just as bad. That's just and then Alabama. Who wants Alabama to ever win? I gotta pick the lesser of two evils. Brock from the free throw line shoots the air ball. Ball will hit the ground, scramble, and Southside will get it back. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the ball game. Rip from the backside. Oh, and they're going to call foul on that one. I thought he got all ball, but they'll call foul.
Foul's going against number 12 for Gaffney. That'll be Buddy Smith. Kingston Johnson checking back in for Gaffney. Bowser will head to the bench as Bradley Childers is being tended to. A right ankle injury for the leading scorer for the Indians, and very low scoring game, at least on the end for Gaffney so far. Just 37 points. We've only got 4 minutes and some change left here. Another offensive rebound, but a block shot there by Kingston Johnson, but Southside will still come away with it.
It seems like all what we like to call the 50-50 balls, they all go to Southside. Anytime you got a team that's winning in that 50-50 ball category, that just means they're out hustling the other team. Travel call will go the other way. That 50-50 ball combo, that means you're just being out hustled.
Southside here letting a couple guys check in, have not seen action tonight. Jameer Dogan Hamilton will check in for the Tigers. We've just got 3:53 remaining here, and see if Southside can hang on for a big win over Gaffney. A team that was ranked in the top 5 in the state preseason rankings at the 5A level.
And another turnover. Canada have it. Canada using his body. Doesn't get it. Burt gets it. Burt kicks it out. Brock will have it. Just under 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Brock dribbling at the top. Now Nick will come up and apply the pressure. Brock calls for the pick. No, he doesn't call for the pick. He throws it out to Burt. Burt sends it to Campbell. Oh, what a pass right on the. Oh, you can't miss that shot. You can't miss that one.
Wide open layup, and somehow he missed it.
I guess he didn't know how open he was.
It was a good cut. Wide open inside the paint.
Beautiful cut and a beautiful pass. You got to hit those. That is not how you win friends and admirers.
Nick Agapian at the free throw line for Gaffney right now. They're down by 17 with 3 minutes remaining here in the final period of play and the final period of the day here at Dorman Arena in Roebuck, South Carolina at the Farm Bureau Classic.
Roebuck, South Carolina. Been saying Dorman all day long. It's in Roebuck.
Roebuck, Moritz, Pauline. It's all tight-knit community here in Spartanburg County.
Spartanburg County. Now, how many schools in Spartanburg County High School?
Well, you've got Spartanburg High School, you've got Dorman High School, you got I I believe that's it concerning high schools, and then nearby you've got Burns High School. That's also in Spartanburg County. The Rebels, better known for their football program, but very good on the hardwood. There's Ladarius Foster, slices to the basket and lays it in. And Gaffney head coach Mark Huff wants a timeout. Here is his team is down 54-41, 13 points with 2:48 remaining here in the ball game.
Home of Mr. Marcus Lattimore.
That's right. Marcus, in his senior year, hung 60. Well, the Burns Rebels hung 63 on the Indians. It was an awful night at Nixon Field in Burns, South Carolina, or Duncan, South Carolina. But
I remember, I think, I've been in the Atlanta area for about 12 years now, I think. And I think I remember right before I left was right before Marcus Lattimore jumped onto the scene. And I think that was Willie Corn.
Willie Corn, he was the quarterback for the Rebels in 05 and 06, where they won 4 straight state championships in Gaffney, defeating them twice in 2006 and stopping their push for 5. There's they bumped up finally to 4A Division I. What was the Big 16 back in the day, and a foul here on the floor going against.
The one thing I remember about that Burns team, Corn was such a great quarterback, and Corn was recruited to go to Clemson, but Corn came in as a freshman and took the starting job from a guy who won the state championship the year before. And it doesn't matter because that guy ended up getting a full scholarship to college too.
Yep. Lots of good athletes turned out of Burns High School, and a big rivalry for Gaffney as this Region 3-5A, the region that Gaffney, Burns, Spartanburg, Dorman, as the three-pointers drilled by a Nick Agapian. The region is loaded, including Bowling Springs. One of the, no doubt, the best region in the state, most competitive region in the state is Region 3-5A, consisting of those 5 upper state teams.
Phil Petty, he's out of Bowling Springs. Matter of fact, the last 2 state champions in basketball is out of that region, am I right? Burns and Dorman.
Yep, that's right. And Gaffney and Dorman played for the upper state championship last year, so you had 2 Region 3-5A teams in that matchup. And at the free throw line here for Southside will be Tobias Canada, but before he shoots the first, Gaffney trying to ice him. So Darius Bowser will check in for the Indians, who are down by 10 with 2:23. 10 points, not too big to come back and take the lead, but if you're Gaffney, you really got to put your nose to the hardwood and try to score some points, and that helps. A good start there for Gaffney if they want to come back, as the free throws missed, and quickly back in the front court are the Indians.
Me being a guy from Columbia, South Carolina, born and raised, I'm used to that basketball state. Got to travel on the baseline. We'll take that out. But I'm used to that basketball state championship coming through the Columbia area every year at the old Frank McGuire Arena, and even at the Colonial Coliseum, even at the Colonial Center. Always 3 or 4 Columbia teams playing for the championship.
Yeah, Gaffney been there, been to Colonial Life 5 times under the direction of Gaffney head coach Mark Huff. Went 3 in a row and then won it in 2010 and 2012. Was a foul here on the ball. Stan Ellis whistled for it. But yeah, a lot of good memories there inside Colonial Life. Last state championship coming in 2012 for the Indians against Lexington in an overtime thriller. Actually played Lexington in 2010 and 12, did the Indians, and won both games there.
Was that with the L.J. Peak team?
Well, 2010 was L.J. Peak's 8th grade year, and yes, he was on the varsity team, actually scored 17 points in the upper state game against Easley as an 8th grader, played in the state championship as an 8th grader, and then in 2012 when Gaffney made their return, L.J. Peak hit 2 free throws with just about 1 second left on the clock to force overtime. And L.J. Peak, of course, went to Georgetown, played 3 seasons, tried to go to the draft, nothing working, but now plays in one of the sub-leagues in the NBA as Nick Agapian drills another 3 for the Indians. And Gaffney has pulled within 8.
Trying to make it competitive in this last 2 minutes to go.
You talk about L.J. Peak. He was part of that team that beat Bowling Springs 5-on-3 his senior year. Went into overtime. Gaffney had 3 players. Bowling Springs had 5 due to a fight earlier in the game. They suspended both benches along with Gaffney's Haston Mullinack, so Gaffney was forced to play the remaining 2 or 3 minutes into the half with 4 players. Had to play the entire second half with 4 players against 5, and it was actually down 12 or 13 at the half and come back and won the game in overtime with just 3 players because they couldn't sub in and out. His free throw 1 here for Campbell's up no good, but he'll have another. So a lot of exciting games I've witnessed with these Indians. And, yeah, LJ Peak, a phenomenal athlete.
Sounds like Colin Sexton in Alabama. They weren't the first to do it.
That's right. Talking about Southside, though, you had Jamon Williams, went to North Carolina, played for Gaffney head coach Mark Huff when he was at Southside, was on that 92 championship team.
And Minifield, I think. Did Minifield?
Yeah, you're right. Another athlete coming out of Southside, but it's funny how you look at the enrollment here on the roster. Southside 902, Gaffney 2100. So a big difference in enrollment, but if you can find 5 or 6 good athletes to put on the hardwood, you've got a solid basketball team.
Southside out of Piedmont. I do remember that. Piedmont, South Carolina over there in the Greenville area.
Yep, Greenville County, very competitive county when it comes to basketball. J.L. Mann and other schools like that really have some good ball games whenever they meet up against each other.
Nice drop off underneath. Good block recovery by Burke. And now Burke's limping.
Maybe hurt that knee. He'll be okay. He's going to remain in the game as Bradley Childers still on the bench for Gaffney.
Yep. Childers' night is over. He has that ice pack on his ankle. Dribbling, he'll get that away. Now Nick Agapian, he'll have it off the glass, fouled, and he'll go to the line and shoot 2. 52 seconds to go, 52.5 seconds to go. Here in this ball game, 9-point ball game, 56-47. Southside on top. Gaffney. Now, the receiver from USC, Williams, Debo, he's from up here somewhere, right?
Debo Samuel, yeah.
Debo
graduated from the upstate of South Carolina. I can't recall exactly which school, but it was in Greenville or Spartanburg County. But you had, maybe the name rings a bell, Quinshad Davis was on the 2012 state championship team for Gaffney. All-time leading receiver at North Carolina, setting that record a couple years ago. Played receiver for Gaffney, lost in that 2011 state championship game to none other than Burns. So a lot of athletes coming out of the upstate of South Carolina. Talk about Jadavion Clowney.
Yeah.
Rock Hill.
Now, wait
South
a minute.
Point.
Now, I'm not going to let you guys claim him because these guys over there in Rock Hill, now they'll be quick to say we're not the upstate.
That's right.
They're quick to say they're their own guys over there in Rock Hill. That Rock Hill, Northwestern, South Point. South Point's the newest school out of, but that Rock Hill, Nation Ford. We saw Nation Ford out here earlier today.
Yeah, they took on Gaston Day in the second game of the day at 11:30. But the winner of this game, I want to mention, will play Norcross, if I'm not mistaken. They defeated Madison Memorial at 4 o'clock today in Game 5. So the winner will play Norcross. Loser will take on Madison Memorial. And it looks like Southside's going to be up against Norcross. If they can hold on here as they're up by 7 with 52 seconds remaining. But, of course, Gaffney going to press here in a dire situation, needing a turnover. Buddy Smith does a good job getting his hand on the basketball. But you talk about Rock Hill. What do they call it? Football City?
Football City.
Stephon Gilmore, Jadavion Clowney. And a turnover here, Sly, is I don't think the inbounder could move. But
he moved his feet.
It was Jalen Calhoun actually moved when he wasn't allowed to. It results in a turnover. Gaffney with a chance to get it down to maybe a 2-possession game.
The only time you can move on that inbounds is after a scored basket.
That's right.
Here we go. They'll throw it up over the top. Now they'll bring it in. Ellis will have it. Ellis plays with it behind his back. Ellis jumps off his feet to pass. Shovel pass up underneath. Scramble. Ball on the ground. We'll stay down here. It'll be Gaffney ball.
Ellis will be the inbounder for the Indians, down by 7 with 39 seconds remaining. Look for this to go to Nick Agapian. Instead, Buddy Smith inside.
Nice move by Buddy Smith, and we'll have a timeout. 51-56, 5-point ball game. 35 seconds to go. We got a ball game.
I mean, it's within reach. The teams, both of them are in the double bonus, so if Gaffney does foul, which I'm sure they will, Southside will have 2 shots back on the other end. But, I mean, look at it. Foul him, goes to the free throw line, misses both. You got a chance to cut the lead down to 2. Then it's pretty much anyone's ball game at that point. But first, Gaffney's got to make sure they foul the right person. And right now, I'm sure Coach Huff's probably wanting to foul the biggest guy on the floor, which for Southside will probably be Burke if he's available. If not, I guess you got to go to someone like Campbell. Burke's not on the floor probably in this situation because you want all your best free throw shooters. You don't want to foul Jaden Shell here if you're Gaffney. You don't want to foul Tucson Brock, two guys that can hurt you there at the free throw line. And Calhoun will be the inbounder here for the Tigers.
Let's see how they play. Play up strong. Try to get the steal off the inbounds and see how long it takes to foul.
Officials having a discussion quickly. Now we're ready for play, and the ball will be handed to Calhoun. Throws it behind the baseline. You can do that to Brock. Now a scram for the ball, and Brock comes up with it and a quick foul. Saw Gaffney do that several times, and one time it was against Dorman in a playoff game at the Burial Ground. Game that Gaffney was behind and ended up winning thanks to that inbound play, but head coach Steve Beasley, good draw up there and gets the ball back, and one of his better players, or no doubt his best scorer, Tucson Brock, who's at the free throw line here for 2 shots, and the first is up and good.
Knocks down that first free throw at ease. It's one thing you want out your senior leader.
Yeah, and here's a very crucial shot here. If this goes in, it's a 7-point advantage for Southside, which would, shot's no good. So Gaffney with a chance, 2 3-pointers, and this ball game's tied. There's a Gampian in the corner.
And the turnover.
Turnover.
Go back the other way. Canada ripped away from Canada. A Gampian stops, pops, 3. Got us a 1-possession ball game.
Coach Huff calls a timeout. You think about it, Sly. I mean, you get in this situation, if you can force a 5-second call, or maybe the inbound just goes through the hands of a Tiger player, and Gaffney's got a chance to tie this ball game when it looked to be out of reach. The advantage heading to the 4th period of play was 10. Gaffney has cut it now to 6, now to 3. So they've cut it by 7 points here in the final period. See what Gaffney's got here coming. Be on defense. Southside really just trying to hang on to this situation. I'm sure Coach Beasley's stressing the fact that you got to catch the basketball before you turn and make a move. But Gaffney's probably going to foul as quickly as possible.
You know how quickly the tide can change. We were sitting up here talking football, talking upstate history, and then boom, we got a
3-point
basketball game. You know, we're going in. I'm going into blowout mode. You know, talking blowout mode, my broadcast blowout mode, and look, we got a game just like that.
Definitely the game you wanted to end what's already been a great day of basketball here at Dorman Arena. At the Farm Bureau Classic, one of the more prestigious tournaments here in the upstate, and maybe in even the state of South Carolina, as you have a lot of good teams. I know one of my favorites to watch is Newton out of Georgia, a 6A school out of Georgia. Here again, this inbound back behind the baseline.
Oh, and he got away from the pressure, too. And he took a lot of time off the clock. Well, you know what?
4 seconds.
4 seconds. I thought he might have took more than 4 seconds. That clock operator might have had a slow finger on the trigger. Because you think about it now, they managed to throw the ball inbounds.
Run it all the way into the front court.
And only 4 seconds. Okay.
His 40-yard dash time's probably pretty quick. Here is Calhoun set the charity stripe. First free throw is up and good. That one hit off the back of the rim, off the front, finally fell through.
He's been living right. You know he walks little old ladies across the street when you get a roll like that.
So now a 4-point ball game, which is pretty much a 2-possession. Granted, I mean, could hit a 3 and draw the foul, but not likely. Free throw 2 coming. It's off the front of the rim. Gaffney will come the other way with it.
The follow is good. They don't have to take this ball in. They should know that. Okay, well, they did. Here we go, and that's the end of the ball game, folks. The score, 58-56. A game that ended up a lot closer than we thought. But Southside on top of Gaffney. That was the nightcap here at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic. I'm Sylvester Williams. He's Brock Hamrick. My producer, Marcus Burnett. Our camera guys, the audio video staff over here at Dorman High School. We'll see you back here tomorrow morning here at the Farm Bureau Insurance Classic.